To view a report for a client's program list, go to the main menu, select Reports and Tracking, and then select Program List Report. Select the client by clicking this icon, and you will get a view of the entire program list. This list can be alphabetized by category, program title, or subtitle. It can also be sorted from oldest to newest introduced or mastered. You can also filter this report by selecting the Program Filter button under the client's picture. From here, the master list can be filtered by program list, if the client has been assigned multiple program lists, or by program state. For example, programs that are in progress, discontinued, mastered, or in maintenance. By data type. For example, I could view only programs with discrete trial data, as well as by date range. If I wanted to see all of the programs introduced in the last 6 months, I can select the dates using this calendar. From this page, you can also select the history icon for a specific program. These arrows expand raw data, where you can view date and time stamps, users, and the raw data. You can also see whether the data met mastery criteria or did not meet mastery criteria. If a session was ended without all trials completed, this icon will appear in this column. Data for these programs is not recorded on the program graph. This icon means that this program was canceled. This data is also not recorded on the program graph. To view graphs, select this Graphs button to select the type of graph you want to see. The daily graph will show you date-by-date data. The bar at the bottom allows you to zoom into data and lets you view specific parts of the graph close up. The active session graph shows data from session to session on separate axes. Each target is also viewed on a separate mini graph. If target maintenance has been enabled for this program, the raw data collected from maintenance trials during executions will appear here in this tab labeled Maintenance Detail, along with icons that tell me if the maintenance check passed or failed, if the target was returned to acquisition, or if the maintenance trials were not completed. Target maintenance data is graphed on a separate graph from the trials in progress. Select the Maintenance Graph tab to review the graph. The maintenance graph displays up to 30 days worth of maintenance data at a time, with the most recent date listed first, and older dates in descending order. The same icons that appeared in the raw data appear in this scatter graph to denote the outcome of that maintenance execution. These buttons can be used to toggle between older and newer data. The date stamp for maintenance trials is here at the top of the column in short form, and the initials of the user who completed the trials is just below the date. The initials are pulled from the user's first and last name, as indicated in their user account page. However, administrators have the option of creating custom initials of up to 4 characters for users. This can be done in the user's account information page. If whole program maintenance has been configured for this client's mastered programs, the history column of those programs contains a second icon. This wrench icon will direct you to the maintenance history for this program. The first tab, Historic Detail, lists the targets executed in each maintenance execution, date, maintenance frequency, user, and raw data. These icons indicate whether or not a given maintenance execution passed, failed, stepped up in frequency, or stepped back to a more frequent execution schedule. Selecting the Graphs tab will bring up the Program Maintenance graph. The program's targets are listed on the y-axis, with the dates of execution along the x-axis. Each execution is color-coded according to its outcome. Green indicates that the program passed a maintenance execution. Blue indicates that the program will step up to the next frequency on its next scheduled execution date. Executions marked in purple indicate that the program will step down in its next execution, for example, from weekly to daily, and yellow indicates that the program failed its maintenance check. Zoom in on the graph by selecting a portion in this bottom bar.